Just one.
I'm Cindy.
Hi, how are you?
Good. I love your dress, by the way.
Thank you so much.
So, what can you tell us about your character, Nina?
Nina is an incredibly complex character. She is sort of at the height of her career in terms of comedy. She's a stand-up comic, and she's really been kind of fighting her way through that world. And of course, what's obviously a boys' club, and she's got this very tough exterior, this tough veneer that's hiding a lot of vulnerability. And there's a lot of deep wounds that you kind of discover as the film goes on, that she's kind of running from something in her life. And so her personal life is really somewhat of a mess, even as her career is taking off and she's becoming better and better at what she does.
Sounds like a lot of people, I think.
Right, yeah.
So, what was the most challenging or part of this role?
All of it, to be honest. I'd say that the part that made me the most nervous was doing the stand-up, because that's so outside of what I normally do, and I've always thought that it seems like one of the scariest things you could possibly do. The thought of it, to me, it makes me nauseous to think about getting up in front of people and deliberately trying to make them laugh. So that's sort of why I did it in some ways. Amongst many other reasons, the story itself is so personal and moving. But the comedy seemed so hard and challenging that it made it exciting for me.
Challenge. Are you funny at all, like in private, or?
You know, I always say no, and then the people close to me always say that that's not true and that I am funny. But I'm funny in a different way. I think I'm kind of goofy and silly, but I don't think I'm sharp the way that Nina is, and certainly not brash. And you know, she's really can sort of eviscerate somebody, and I'm not like that. I'm much too kind of meek and wilting, you know, in that way. So that was something I had to tap into that was very outside of myself.
It make you grow, though, you know. Like,
Absolutely.
just one last question. So you're working with Ang Lee and Will Smith, right, for Gemini Man. How was your experience working with them so far?
Amazing. They're both so lovely. Will could not be nicer, couldn't be more positive, and like just an incredible spirit to be around. And Ang is a visionary, and he's lovely and kind-hearted, and I feel really, really lucky to be in that group.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Nice gamut emotionally and comedically and dramatically and really anything you could ask for. It was also terrifying to me, the idea of playing a stand-up comedian.
I was going to ask about that.
So because it was so scary, I immediately said yes, like, oh, this will be such a great challenge. And then once we got close to shooting it, I felt sick with just nerves. So it was truly terrifying, a daunting task, but I think that's why I wanted to do it in the first place.
Did you try to do a little stand-up beforehand, or were you just like, I can't?
I had planned on it. Hello. But the closer I got to it, I think I was sort of paralyzed with fear about that. And so I never did. And I also, I was torn because Nina she's really good at it, and she's really confident. And so I knew that if I were to go do that, I knew I would bomb, because I wouldn't be, as me, I would be so uncomfortable and terrified. And so I decided just to kind of get into it more from an actress perspective of playing someone who's a really good comic. And so, you know, I watched a lot of comedy. I went to see comedy shows. Eva and I worked on the jokes, and I approached it that way.
That's awesome. And it's also kind of a movie coming at the perfect time. It's such a great female character. Do you like the spotlight on telling more complex female stories?
God, yes. The more the merrier. I feel like I've been really lucky that I've been able to find some great roles over the years, even when they've been really hard to find. And I'm hoping that there'll just be more and more opportunity. Because the problem is there's so many great actresses, and we're always sort of vying for the one, you know, great role that's out there. So hopefully now there'll just be more and more stories to tell for people of all different backgrounds. You know, that's the hope.
Yeah. And I saw Ewan sneak out and take pictures of you. What does it mean to have him here supporting you like this?
I prefer not to talk about my private life tonight, but thank you so much.
He snuck out and took pictures with you, though. It was so cute.
Oh, that's sweet.
Just one.
I'm so excited. I haven't seen the movie myself, so I'm really, really excited just to see it and to share this night with Eva, our writer-director, because she's so amazing, and it's really her baby. So I'm so proud to be here tonight celebrating with her. I think when I read it, it was just a no-brainer, because it's such a complex, layered leading character and extremely challenging. I mean, to play a stand-up comedian who's also going through the emotional turmoil that she's going through and the highs and the lows is one of the most complicated roles I've ever played. So the thought of tackling it was terrifying to me, so that's what made it easy to say yes to, even though it was really, really scary. Amazing. I mean, Common is such a stand-up guy. He's so classy, so talented, and lovely to be around. And just kind of the perfect person for this part, because we needed somebody that was like, just had this vibe of trustworthiness, someone that you could really lean on, you know, and that you could trust would stick around through something really, really difficult. And he just has that. You just feel like he's solid. You feel like he knows himself and he knows the world and he's comfortable in his own skin. And he's also just really lovely to be around, so I felt really lucky. And everyone, Kate, all the comedians, we had so many, Jay Moore, we had so many amazing comedians in the movie that were so much fun to be around and to learn from. So it was fantastic. You know, I just got in for the day, so unfortunately it's a really quick trip. I'm shooting in Colombia, South America at the moment, so I got in last night from there. But today I've had press all day, and I love it. I've had a movie here before, and I really loved being a part of the festival, and so I'm really proud to be back again. It feels great. It's a lovely time to be in the city. The weather's great. Everybody's excited, happy, watching movies. We're here celebrating a movie that's really special to all of us, so it feels really great. It's exciting. Oh my God, it was so relentless, this movie, that it's all kind of a blur. I mean, we shot it in 21 days, and every day I had to go from like giving a stand-up performance to like throwing up to crying to like, you know, sleeping with several different people, not at once, in various different scenes. So it's all kind of a blur to me, to be honest. I'm excited to watch the movie and go like, oh yeah, I did that. That all happened. It really happened, because it's kind of crazy.